We are in this place gathered as MINMEC. This is Bila. And as said, the people that I've acknowledged are in attendance. The MINMEC, which is Ministerial and Provincial Executive kind of a forum, it's an intergovernmental forum that was established long ago to facilitate collaboration and consultations between ministers responsible for a functional area and provincial members of the executive for that particular responsibility area. In this instance, it is SAPS and MSCs that are responsible for community safety in their respective provinces. Now, the Intergovernmental Relations Framework Act establishes the legal framework for MINMEC. MINMEC is facilitated by the Civilian Secretariat all the time over years as a practice, and it includes them. It includes CIRA, IP, DPCI, and it also includes SALGA, all coming under one roof to discuss issues that relate to crime and crime fighting in our country, and how we can collaborate and work and do things together in a seamless way in all provinces so that we are as efficient as possible and as effective as possible. We're observing, as we have done today, that the crime situation in our country is still a cause for concern. And we note that even though the statistics for the third quarter, as we took them today, show that there is decline in almost all the crime, types of crime in the country, which is a direction that we are commending the National Commissioner and all police commissioners in provinces for, and all police, because it is due to the work that they are doing that we are experiencing that decline. But the issue is it is still at a high level and still quite a worrying factor. When we meet, as MINMEC on this aspect, we take various reports, note progress where necessary, and take in new challenges which we're in the process of doing. So we started this morning receiving and have received a number of reports, as I say, including crime stats for the third quarter, the national policing policy, GPV matters, how government this time around is coming together to respond on the rising scourge of GPV. We have held no less than 2 meetings on this matter, and there is an outcome which will be announced in due course by the collective of ministers that are involved in the review of our strategies and practices on GPV. And just before break, we were dealing with the outcomes of the National Policing Summit, which we recently held. We were taking the presentation there, just ensuring that nothing gets lost. And that includes the implementation plan of that, even though we didn't take it today, but it is being crafted and will be completed in due course so that we don't do what other people were saying immediately. We announced the policing summit, saying that it won't result into anything. We are determined that we make sure that we implement all those resolutions to the best of our ability, all of them. Now, yesterday, we were informed that the search for the three constables had come to a tragic end following the discovery of multiple bodies in the Enops River in Centurion. The announcement was made by the National Commissioner, General Masimula, supported by his team. Now, these police officers were reported missing on the 23rd of April 2025. Now, Constable Base Sinoche and Cebekulu Linda, all of them together, they represented what we never expected would ever happen to our police officers. And all the time, after the National Commissioner constituted a team, we're holding our teeth on the matter and not knowing how this matter will end. Now, National Commissioner also informed us that there was an additional bodies that were found, and that is the additional body was that of a SAPS groundsman stationed at the Littleton police station. Now, I want to take this opportunity as a collective family of people in the policing aspect in our country, safety as well, all inclusive of provinces, to extend our heartfelt condolences to the affected, directly affected families. Of course, we don't exclude ourselves from affected families as SAPs, but we're talking in this instance those who are close to the departed officers. In other words, families that lost their loved ones in the form of these officers. And as I say, we include ourselves in the pain that they are going through, and their friends and their colleagues. It is indeed registered by us as a tragic development in our SAPS family, and we can feel the loss as we talk to you. So our thoughts and our prayers also with everyone in their families, those that National Commissioner has met and those others who may not yet have been met, families of the young officers. Their loss collectively and individually is a blow to SAPS. You would recall that each and every police officer in the country counts, because we are short in the first place in terms of numbers. We are doing something to train, to go on with the training and recruitment of new police officers. And we put a high premium on those that are already in the family of SAPS. And when we lose any one of them in one way or the other, it's a tragic, it's a blow. But not only to SAPS, but to South Africa as a whole, because we are all dependent on SAPS for safety in the country. These officers in particular were very young, and they had just started working for SAPS and wearing a badge with pride and served with courage, and they showed commitment. And their passing leaves a void amongst us. The nation has been invested in this case, hoping for the safe return of the officers. there were a number of opinions which have been sponsored by individuals and media houses on what could have happened. And we appreciate that there would have been many statements and opinions made when an incident of this nature takes place. But we are appealing to everybody to deal with, to focus on facts as laid out by the National Commissioner, who has our support in this particular issue that he is leading all subs on. We are saying that although people have views and can share their views, but the National Commission and team have done investigations on this and the effects, and they have put them out in as transparent a way as possible. We are confident that the team that the National Commissioner deployed there worked efficiently as they could, and hence the matter is now in the public in terms of the outcome. But we know that they haven't completed their job. There's still a number of aspects on the case that that need to be found out, so that we get to know all the aspects, including the families. National Commissioner will give us briefings as we move on with further details of the matter. And we are then urging the public to, although free to express themselves, but have compassion and sympathy with this sensitive matter, and not create wrong impressions about what has happened, and replace facts with speculation and just thinking of individuals. But we wish to thank the team, National Commissioner first, Deputy National Commissioners, and the team that was doing work in all the hours during the disappearance and during the search for this. And indeed, it was not a very traumatizing period in terms of the responsibility on them. This, as I say, is still a developing matter. Just like our meeting today, as soon as we conclude, we will continue with our meeting to delve on various aspects, not only just nationally as it is normally referred to, but also including provinces, to get to know what are the pertinent issues and priority issues that are affecting policing in various provinces, reinforced by the presence of provincial commissioners here and by the embassies from various provinces. We're working together on these matters, and we are sharing a feeling that even though there are still a number of challenges, but we're making progress overall in the country. With that, thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. Can we just have some brief remarks from the Premier Gauteng and then Premier President?
Thanks so much, Minister. Deputy Ministers, Premier Nduli, as well as National Commissioner. Minister, we, as the people of Gauteng, want to add our voices and extending our heartfelt condolences to the family of Constable Bays, Constable Sinoche, and Constable Linda. And we sadly discovered that they left this world yesterday, or when they were found out by the law enforcement agencies. We were looking forward as the province to provide all the necessary resources and support to ensure that they are found. As you have indicated, Minister, we are adding our voices to the team that tracked them and all those that provided support toward our law enforcement agencies. Ministers have indicated we came to this MINMEC as the province not only to cement the relationship that we have developed with the National Ministry, but also to get feedback on the agreements that we have signed with you, and we got a heartwarming report on the relationship and the agreement that we've established with you to assist us to deal with the issue of crime in our province. We remain embarrassed and ashamed that we are the epicenter of crime in our country, and every form of support and guidance that is provided, we will indeed appreciate it. As indicated, Minister, we registered the need to strengthen support to respond to the issue of taxi violence in our province, which has rocked our province, where we had various taxi formations at war and using our province as a turf. But we appreciate the support of all the law enforcement agencies, especially the intelligence community that is assisting to attend to this matter. We are looking forward, Minister, to the 90 days fight against GBV. From the crime stats, we can see as well that our province, it's high up there. It's one stubborn activity that is refusing to go down, even if we have reduced other acts of violence in our province, but GBV remains stubborn. And we appreciate the report given, and we echo our sentiments to support the team and to ensure that we attend to all these matters. It was indeed encouraging to receive the report of the Anti-Crime Summit and how ordinary South Africans feel that we need to police them. And I think it's a partnership that needs to be strengthened, and we are looking forward to the implementation plan so that we convert the advice, the guidance that we received from this sector into a measurable progress in fighting crime. As we said, we remain the epicenter of crime in our country, and we therefore look forward to ideas, views that ordinary South Africans are depositing to assist us to respond to this matter. Thank you so much, Minister.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you, Minister. The Deputy Ministers, the Premier of Gauteng, MECs, and all colleagues present, members of the media. I think with the reflection by the Minister and the Premier of Gauteng, in fact, they were encapsulating the general significance of the MINMEC to all of us as provinces, KZN being one of the epicenter of crime as Gauteng in other provinces. But it's important that we gather in this fashion so that we're able, in fact, to assess the progress made from the previous MINMEC in terms of our strategies in fighting crime, and to ensure that the new plans that seek to take head-on crime, they're able to assist us, in particular, to protect women and children against the perpetrators of gender-based violence, as articulated already by the Premier of Gauteng, and tackling other different violence crime in our provinces, but being confident of the plans and the reflections the Minister has said, that each time we gather in this platform, we realize much more needed strength, which is meant to address issues of crime. Otherwise, in fact, I will be repeating what the Minister and the Premier has said. But this is quite a significant meeting for us as provinces to ensure that we work the way others are also working in order to ensure that.
Well, we're coming back to you now after hearing from the Police Minister, Senzo Mchunu, addressing the media on investigations into the deaths of 3 police officers and making an appeal to the public and to media, saying, please don't speculate, we've got this covered. The Police Commissioner is leading investigations and will provide updates as and when they have them.